Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name's Stacy. So these are the jerseys that we got for Star Wars Day. My daughter bought us tickets. Today's mine and my husband's 24th anniversary. I have been everywhere trying to find that man baseball cards. I told him, I said, you're going to have to find me a link and we'll order them. And I mean, he got me such a nice gift. He's so mad because I didn't pay to overnight ship it. And I'm like, sweetheart, I know it's bought because I bought it. Like, you gave me the money, I bought it because I have the Lego account, and he got me this huge Lego set. It's a 25-year Harry Potter. My sons all collect Star Wars, so we don't need doubles, especially these bigger sets. And tomorrow's Mother's Day. Today's my anniversary, so my mom threw in. So everybody just kind of threw in and got me this big Lego set, and I'm just floored because it'll take me forever to build. I'm really excited, but that's not... want to talk more about the David case. I just had to talk about something because this is so sad, but I just want to talk about Celeste and her family for a minute. I think her family's been put through the ringer and they lost their child. As if, first of all, if they were the worst parents in the world, that's punishment enough. And then they couldn't find out how she died. What I want to know is, why is no one asking David why his parents refused to go to the grand jury? And they met her. It's known that she flew with him to Vegas, London, and to Texas to meet his family. So I would like to know, why is no one questioning David's parents? Everyone wants to throw all this slime and muck at her parents, saying, oh, well, they let her run away. They were trying to get her back. And I saw a retired LAPD officer saying, they only have so many resources, and when they go looking for her and they find her and she's safe and she's at someone's house and the parents kind of know where she's at. I mean, I'm not saying she was behaving well, but she was a young woman who may not have been the easiest child to parent. I had 3 kids, and one of them was a lot more difficult to parent than the other ones. Now, as he got older, it became a lot better, but, not every child just says yes, sir, and yes, ma'am, automatically. Some kids are more difficult to raise, and none of that was taken into consideration. Her parents made 3 police reports. And the fact that the people came back and said, oh, that was just to keep them out of trouble with social services. Well, maybe it was, but it doesn't mean they weren't looking for their daughter either. But how on earth? David is the elder. He's got a younger brother, and I believe there's a younger sister. So you're telling me the parents met a 13-year-old, and even if he said she was 19, if they spoke to her, I'm sorry, I've got children. I've got a 17-year-old, and I've got kids in their early 20s. I have a 22 and 23-year-old. And there's a difference in level of conversation even between my 17-year-old and my 20-year-old children. So if you're going to try to tell me you're 20 years old and you're 13, I'm going to know in about 10 minutes of talking to you, because you're not going to talk on the same level as an actual adult. So I don't know why people won't question his parents. So that was kind of why I just broken with, oh, it's our anniversary and I can't find a gift. And I am stressed out. I did want to get him a nice gift, and I did want him to have it today. I mean, just because I don't care if it's today or Wednesday. I mean, I know when it's going to be here, when my gift's going to be here. But this case makes me so sad, because, I mean, she was, conditioned, and, there's all kinds of coercive control going on. And that went on for 20 to 25% of her life, along with being sexually assaulted before she was killed. I mean, what a horrible, horrible early life for that little girl. And she was a girl. She was a little girl. She was 14 when she was killed. That's young. It's 3 years younger than my son is. That's a baby. And I think it's so sad. And I keep saying it, and I'm sure you guys are sick of hearing it, but it breaks my heart. And then, because they can't go after the police, because the police seem to have done a good job, and the prosecution seems to be doing a good job, and everybody will have plenty of stuff to complain about with the defense once they actually start filing motions, because he's under the presumption of innocence. His arraignment, he said not guilty, but good grief, is the evidence, overwhelming. I mean, you want to talk about, I thought they had a lot of evidence in the Coburger case, and I always said they had way more behind the scenes than what was ever let out. And I still think that's true. I think in this case, we're going to get a lot more. simply because unfortunately it's not going to be televised because of the content. You're dealing with, you know, the sexual assault of the ongoing sexual assault of a minor, and more information is coming out that she may have been pregnant, you know, because they changed the autopsy report to undetermined, which means they're not sure because she'd been dead so long. But that may be based on text messages from her and David going back and forth. I don't know. But I think the family I think David's family should be answering questions before Celeste's. So anyway, please like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I will see you in the next video. Got a child poking his head in the window. Take care. Bye.